Islam family. I want to talk about nationality today. A lot of Moors like to quote Noble Drew Ali, the prophet and founder of the Moorish Science Temple, and saying nationality is free all over the world. And I absolutely agree. Not only that, we teach nationality, the people in my jurisdiction, or how to proclaim your nationality for free. Now, I want to make it clear that no one gives you your nationality because you already have it. So whether it be you going through the Moorish Science Temple or working with other Moors to help you declare your nationality in a more public or private way, you already have that nationality. You're just acknowledging it, you know, and in some way putting it on the record. So, you know, there is different types of nationality cards and there's certain dilemmas over that. So the temple itself issues out a paper card, which is similar to a business card, and you could say it's more of a membership card, than a nationality card per se in the public sense. So it's more of a private card. And, I have one. I've joined the Moore Science Temple, laminated it, because I didn't want it to fall apart. But that's not the only options they were available, and now we issue nationality cards in our territory. We were some of the first to make them actually up to international standards of what a nationality card looks like uh, in general all over the world. There are actual countries whose nationality card, you could say looks similar to ours or has some of these same elements. Now, it's a private ID as well, so it's not necessarily issued by a public entity, but it is up to the standards of the public. But we also in this territory teach people how to correct your stuff on the public side, meaning dealing with the government or your state ID, where you can get that, in your free national name with your headdress and status and all. There's ways of going about that too, where you can operate both in the public and in the private and not mix them but bridge the gap when you need to. Islam? So there's a public way and a private way, like I stated, on declaring your nationality or proclaiming your nationality. This is by affidavit or the affidavit that we use. We send this to everyone who even inquires of us about nationality, and not just this affidavit itself, which does give you everything you need, but also a free PDF along with this free affidavit with instructions, that have the affidavit in it as well, as well as instructions on how and where to file and what type of copy that you need to get. So, no, excuse me, let me get back into that. So, you know, we basically structured it and broke it down into one page so that when you are filing for the records, you don't have to necessarily worry about some people who file these 7-page proclamations wind up spending almost 200 notes, for the process when, filing this on the record, getting the certified exemplified copy all together, along with the price of the notary, I want to say only costs maybe around 30 notes total, so for, far less than what, some people paid to put their document on the record, we're able to get our stuff filed and done and able to use it to help correct other public documents. So, like I said, nationality affidavit, this is our bridge between the public and the private. And the free PDF basically breaks down everything on how to use the affidavit. Like I said, the type of copy you need, which is called an exemplified copy. But it may also be called authentication in your jurisdiction. It kind of just depends. They call different things different in different jurisdictions, which is why, we tried to make it as universal as possible to fit everything from the different categories. Now, I get a lot of flack from people that are part of the Moorish Science Temple or other Moorish organizations who have a very dogmatic view about law and how the Moorish movement should be. And one of the things they accuse me of is being out here selling packages and not actually teaching people what's going on. The thing is, our do-it-yourself packages for the people who believe that they can do it on their own, and we have no problem with that. But I I also offer mentorships as well. And right here, on this site is my classes where I actually teach, in different tiers, the different things that come out of the package that we sell. So, I mean, you could call it a package, but it's more of a syllabus that goes over the different things that I'm teaching out of. So, going through different documents, and here, is the most discounted prices that we have right now currently going up on the coffee site, and it's under the shop tab. You can check that out. Get the full do-it-yourself package. If you feel like this is the kind of stuff that you're already kind of been studying into long enough, and you just need help and reference points and guides. You could do it that way, or you could get a consultation as well. Or email me. If you're interested in our mentorship program as well, where we do ongoing consultations and even Zooms where we can go over documents personally, one for one, line for line if needed. You know, but I have to recommend everybody that does get the package, if possible, get a membership and go through these classes where I actually teach everything, you know, literally as best as I can, and I'm still going through. I haven't totally finished everything, but we have classes on all kind of things going on right now, you know, and it's all stuff that is ADAP science in our movement, things about getting remedy, and mostly out of our package, going through ways that we use to put people on notice and for defense, against if anything happens as Moors. Islam. So please share this video out with anyone you can, that is interested in nationality and things of that sort, status correction, getting their stuff on the record, you know, just to show, where they can get someone that's actually teaching these things that can help in a way that's applicable. Now, if you find help and remedy in other places, I have no problem with that. I salute it. And if people have issues with remedy that they've been trying to get in other places, and you don't quite have that little missing piece, come holler at me, because that's what I do all the time. I help people put those pieces together that other people may not be teaching. you know and I can just say, from my experience, that being educated and a scholar and being even a professional, as a lawyer or anyone else doing legal work or in this movement, that being the utmost expert in every single thing is not really how you get to knowing and handling everything, but is more of knowing where to get your reference points from, where to go look for solutions and remedy when you have problems pop up. So, you know, personally, I have my own law library where I can go pull out books for things for Texas. If something happens, someone comes to me, needs criminal defense of any sort, we go straight to our law library before we go to the internet, before we go to their law library or anywhere else, just because we have the source documentation right here along to with what we already have, and make an even more powerful document that's customized to the certain situation to help each person, because that's what nationality and status correction really, really is. You know, anybody can put their status on the record, but when it comes to correcting your status, that's uh, perfecting your estate, and that's an individual process for everyone. So I encourage any and everyone that can to get that together, reach out, get a consultation if you need to. You can reach me on my email, walterbay, the number 7 more at gmail.com. Peace. I almost forgot to mention, if you're having any trouble filing in your area, your local territories, and you need us to file your nationality affidavits in our records out here in the county, we can walk it in for you, and we're offering that as a service. Just hit me up on the email, We're doing it for every person, 200 notes, plus if you have anyone additional after you, 50 more notes after that. And, so if you get like a family, it will be less to do them all at the same time than to just do them individually. But, we're trying to do this for people that are having trouble, that their counties in their areas giving them too much trouble, and you can't follow, the guide that we've given, or don't have the time to follow that guide and go get it done for yourself. We'll do it for you also. Peace and love.